button or slam that bell, please do now because we got a lot of great things going on. And one is the Sure SM7B giveaway. All you have to do to enter in the contest to win is type in there as to why you love the Shure microphones. That'll enter you in the contest, man. But tonight, we have a special guest, and that is Dennis. Where are you, Dennis? Where are you, Dennis? How do I do this? Hang on a second. Rivadeneira. Okay, I got you, man. I'm just trying to find you. How do I do this? Okay, let's try this again. We're going to do this because we're going live with someone really special. I'm going to try to do this. Put you here. I'm going to try to paste you in. And then I think this is where you go, Dennis. Can you hear me, man? Are we even live yet? I don't even know. Do you see me? Hmm. Are you there? Okay. I'm not sure. I'm not sure I'm even live, dude. Why am I not live? Hmm. Guest. Copy. Paste. Okay. There's something wrong here. Someone's watching. Someone's watching this. Okay. So someone's watching this. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. Type in that little chat box. This is new to me, man. So I'm trying to get Dennis on here, Rendiviera on here, and he is my special guest tonight, but I can't I can't seem to get this to go. We're 3 minutes and 25 seconds in the gig, and I've copied that link and I'm pasting it here where it needs to go. And I'm thinking, Dennis, this is where you come on here. I'm gonna give you a call, Dennis. I'm fixing to call you, man. Fixing to call you because we need you online with us. Shows you logging in. Okay. Do you see me, Dennis? Do you see me, man? Should I call you? I got a lot of great questions to ask you, and it shows you logging in, but I'm not really quite sure where I need to go from here, man. I'm putting in the guest. Uh, okay, let's see. Is anybody on here? How come I can't get anybody on here, man? Okay, I think I'm supposed to send that in there, and I think you're supposed to click on this in here, guys. I'm not sure. See that little link right there? Well, this is where Dennis is supposed to click, I think. I'm not 100% sure. So we got two people looking. We got two people watching. Where you at, Dennis? Okay, I'm gonna call you up, man. I'm gonna call you up and see if we can figure this out together. I hope you answer the phone. Let's try this out, man. Let's see if we can get you up here and live streaming with me. Okay, I got you on speakerphone, man. Hmm. Okay, maybe you're trying to log on.
Please leave your message for.
Okay. Well, we're 8 minutes in, and I'm trying to get Dennis on here. I may just need to try to reboot this thing up because Be Live isn't working for me. Okay, so I'm gonna host the chat again. We're gonna try this again, guys. And I'm gonna add the guest. I'm gonna click here. I'm gonna try one more time, man. Paste this in here and see what's up. Okay, there you are, Dennis. There you are, man. Hey, I don't hear you. Did I have you muted? Oh no, what happened? Okay, let's try this again, man. Okay, let's try this again. Let's try this again. Okay, guest, copy. Do I need to send that into there? Paste. Let's try this again. Hang on, man. We're going to figure this out. Host chat. This is where I need to go. Or send that in there. Host chat. Okay. Well, let's try this again. I seen you for a second, man. I did see you for a second. Okay, I think you got to click on that. I think you got to click on that, man. Click on that link. There you are. There you are. Can you hear me? I might be muted. No. I unmute you. I don't hear you. I, I don't hear any audio from. Can Hey, I'm gonna call you. Okay. Uh oh. I'm gonna call you. Okay. I'm gonna call you, Dennis. See, I don't have you muted on my end, man. This is fun. Okay, I'm gonna call you, man, because I don't hear you. I'm gonna call you. I hope you can hear me. I'm gonna call you. Hey, man. Yeah, on this end, it sounds funny. It sounds like like some kind of weird effect on it. That that's insane. Can you even hear me? I can hear you just fine, but then I took my headphones out and the audio sounds really funny. That's weird, man. Yeah. So, did you even hear me in the beginning of the video? I could hear you, yeah. That's insane. Yeah, that's weird. Well, you should be up, but can you see me? I can see you and I can hear you just fine, yeah. But you hear a bunch of clicking. I hear when I took my headphones out of my phone, the audio started doing like a segmented like a
Like when people do that on-off switch on the guitar really fast.
Right.
That.
That's crazy, man.
Mm-hmm.
We got to figure this out, dude.
Yeah, let's keep trying it.
Okay, so I think I'm doing the right thing. I think I'm pasting you in where I need to
Mm-hmm.
be pasting you because obviously I've seen you. The only thing on my end, Dennis, I can't hear
Yes.
you.
Hmm.
I can't
Yeah,
hear.
I wasn't muted on my end either.
Oh, wow. Okay, let's try this again, man.
All right, let's try.
Let's try. Okay. Okay, guys, we're going to try to figure this out, man. And I think it's something would be live because I see you and I have you unmuted. I see you fine, man. There's something going on that I'm not sure what's going on with this. Okay, let me send that. Now I see you fine. I see you perfect, man. Let me try something on my end different, man. Let me try the screen, application window. What other options do I have over here, buddy? Let's see. I mean, I see you there as a guest. I just can't hear you at all, man. I don't know why. Hmm. Can you type anything? Can you can you type anything over here? Okay, I do see your type. I do see what you're saying in your okay. Yes. 1741. Okay, man. I see that. No audio, buddy. Show and stream.
Okay, that might be us now. Live.
Now okay, I still don't hear you, man.
You don't hear me? Hmm.
Hang on. Solo off.
Because now I can see myself.
That's crazy, man. I gotta figure this little gig out, man. Okay, what is that? Standard feature. No. Do you hear me?
Yep.
You hear me?
Yeah.
Wow. Hmm. Okay. I can now see myself on the streaming window. There must be something to enable the audio. Exactly. Where at on my end? I'm assuming it's on my end, right? I mean, dude, come on, it can't be that hard.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, look, man. Uh, it's definitely on my end, I guess. I'm assuming it is. Down here at the very bottom, there's a picture of you. I see you fine.
Mm-hmm.
In the bottom left-hand corner. Okay, wow. I see that. That's beautiful. In the bottom left-hand corner, I see a mute, and I'm assuming that's mute your voice.
Can
So
you hear
it's
me now?
unmuted right now, so I should be able to hear you fine.
Yeah, I just unmuted it again.
Okay. What about now?
Can you hear me now?
Nothing. No.
Nope.
Wow. Okay, hang on a second. Just unmuted again. Yeah, I'm continuing. Yeah, I'm trying to get out of it and get back in it and see if that unlocks
Nothing.
something.
Nothing.
And it's nothing. Do you see
Mm-hmm.
anything on your end?
No, I have.
Dennis, gum, man. I gotta, let me see. I think there might be, what about now? You hear me?
I still hear you.
I can't hear you.
That's weird.
Oh man. Show and stream. Host chat. Yeah. I know you're there, buddy. But there's got to be a better way to get some audio. Okay. Okay. This is what's crazy. I just got a text from my little girl, and she says she hears both of us, but I can't hear nothing you're saying on my end, man. So it has to be on my end, correct? I would think so, right? Because she hears you fine. She hears me. There's just a gap between me and you. Hang on a second. I got to figure this out. Now do you hear me? Can I hear you? Come back in, Dennis. Let's see if we can get this going. Okay, I'm gonna copy and paste this again. this is this is this is almost comical, but it's fun. Hang on a second. Show stream. Okay, I see you again. I do see you. You hear me fine still? Okay. You hear me? You still hear me, correct? I'm thinking it might be something on my coming out of my inverter into the computer, but it's not, man. It's got to be something on this be live thing. And I don't see anything here because when I unmute you at the bottom down here of your screen, see now I have you muted. Okay. So I have you muted. Now I have you unmuted. Let's see. Let's see. Hang on a second, buddy. I'm public. Let's see. There you are again there. Okay, I'm glad I got you on there. There's really nothing over here. You know what? Normally, let's see here. Let's see here, buddy. Let's see here. That's not right. Come on. What's going on with it all? I don't know, man. Oh, shoot. We're trying. I'm trying. Uh, okay. She can hear both of us perfectly. Okay. You know what I'm going to do, man? I'm going to close out and open back up, and we're just going to delete this one and try again. We'll try again. You guys hang in there.
Yeah, I saw you. Let's try it. You're gonna do that. Delete out of this one.
Yeah. I'm thinking this is the That's too weird. It's showing my existing. It kicked back up when I opened it up. It kicked back up to the other the existing time and everything as if it never stopped recording.
Weird.
Isn't that weird? You want to try to just see if you can come on, being that I got out of
I
it?
am. Yeah, I'm enabling the camera just again. It asked me for the microphone. I said yes as well.
Okay, let me copy this. I think I have to copy this first.
Okay.
I have to paste it down here. And we're gonna try this, man. Gonna try it again. Okay. I'm not sure if I leave it in that box and you click on it down there or if I send it to the send it up here.
I really don't know, to be perfectly honest.
Can
I
you
was
see it?
doing the YouTube live.
I got you. Okay, I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna click it down there. Yes. Copy. Paste. Yes. Copy. Paste. Okay, I'm gonna leave it down there since there's so many up there. Do you know
Yeah,
what you had to
I
what
see three right now.
mm, okay. On my end on the right hand side it's saying host chat. And that's what I'm trying to do is host you in.
Mm,
Okay, let's you can hear me fine though, correct?
I can hear you fine, yeah.
That's insane. But I can't hear you.
Hmm.
And you're unmuted on my end.
Yeah, and I don't have pretty much any other type of controls.
Exactly. Everything's on my end.
Yeah,
And
everything's unmuted here. I allowed access to the microphone and the camera. It shows that we're both, you can control my mute.
right.
All right, let me try to
And that's
use
what I
that link again. Hmm.
and that's what I did. That's the only spot on the program to mute you is on your window.
Exactly.
But here's the gig, man. Here's the thing. My little girl just texted in and said she heard us both fine.
Right, right, right.
So that's where it's throwing me. If she heard us and you hear me, then why in the heck can't I hear you?
Did you launch that again or no?
I tried to, but it brought me back up
Oh,
to the same screen. The
yeah,
same.
it didn't do anything on my end.
Yeah.
It said enabling camera and microphone and then didn't do anything.
Hmm.
Hmm.
See, the thing is when I got out of it and came back
Hmm.
in, it just jumped right back into the 20 minutes. I mean, into the same program, into the same
Oh.
existing Be Live. It didn't let me start a new one, in other words.
Hmm. No, yeah, I didn't see. Well, it's the same link that you posted on the chat.
Yeah. Did
So
you?
yeah, it's doing the same thing. It takes me to a window and it doesn't let me go beyond. I can only enable the camera again and see if it does anything different. See, now it doesn't light up the little screen that says let's go after you're allowed to use the camera. Hmm.
I wonder if you said that. See, this is like an outside company that's linked to my YouTube, correct?
Yeah, I see that the Believe TV thing.
Right, right. I
Yeah.
wonder if we can do this gig, the same thing on YouTube,
Hmm.
just on YouTube. Didn't you say you seen something like that?
I saw something the other day. I was attending another YouTube webinar type thing, and there was like an extra button that said something to that event, like join the chat live or something like that.
I wonder if that'll bring you up in a window there where we can see each other.
Perhaps. Yeah,
You want to try?
we can look for it for sure. Let
Because
me
this
definitely
ain't.
see.
I mean, I don't understand. Can you even get in chat like the window like you were? At least I could see you a while ago.
Yeah, I can chat.
And you can type.
Here, just testing right now. Just send the test right here. How to.
I'm wondering if this is just I don't know, some kinks or bugs they need to work out on their program. They really need to give you
Well,
more options.
remember when we first started, the audio had that segmented feel to it.
Yeah, you were telling me about that.
I'm just searching here. How to live interview on YouTube.
Could you hear me? I wonder if that has anything to do with the internet speed.
Well, I'm pretty fast over here.
I
I
thought I
have
was
a
pretty fast over here, man.
Yeah, I have a brand new Ubiquity uh, router.
I don't think it's on your end. I honestly think it's maybe with this program.
Yeah, it could be just maybe the like you said, the time that we started initiating the whole thing.
Right, because I had set it to come on to actually go live exactly 5:30. So I went into the parameters of it and set that.
Hmm.
And then all of a sudden and then it was just a couple minutes before 5:30 and just said I just hit start and then it said go live. It kind of hung up just a little bit and then it went go
Hmm.
live, but I noticed when I did that it took the thumbnail down. It took um the title down and description down.
Makes sense.
You know what I mean? So it's
Trying
like
to.
it overrided that, and somehow in that process of overriding, got tripped up a little bit.
Trying to see this article here. It says how to do the two-person interview thing or one plus. But hmm.
So at some point, I'm gonna have to either. Oh, you're actually on the Be Live reading about it.
Well, I just searched on Google and some articles bringing me up to tell me what how to do it.
I got you.
Because Facebook introduced a live guest feature a while back, enabling you to do two-person live streams with a click or tap of a button. See, that's maybe what I saw. But as of right now, YouTube Live two-person streaming is not so straightforward. While I might look forward there, the good news is adding a guest to YouTube Live is possible. In fact, you can add more than one. You just need the right tools. Yeah, we know. This video, now it just shows you a video and some software that you have to use besides. I have that software, but I haven't really used it for anything other than researching. You've heard of OBS Studio?
No, what is that like?
It's like a software for broadcasting.
Oh,
When people do really intricate um, web, like presentations on YouTube, they have like audio coming in and videos popping in the background and titles and all kinds of shit.
right.
They use this kind of thing that lets you put more than one camera at the same time,
Nice.
different sound sources. It's free actually.
Well,
It's called
actually I'd like to end
yeah
up going that way. Honestly.
yeah check it out. It's called OBS Studio. Again, I've only used it here at home just for testing different stuff myself.
Yeah.
Um, but again, I'm sure it's just a matter of using it.
So you can actually have more than one camera.
Oh,
Correct. Yeah.
like the people that do like gear demos and stuff, like
Yeah.
the pedals and stuff, they'll have one on their face and one their feet look at the pedals. That allows me to do that. I can use say like I have it on my when I was testing it, I have it on my laptop, and I can use I have an external Logitech webcam, and I can use also the laptop camera at the same time on a window. You can compose where you want them to look and whatever, and then there's these. It's a pretty it, it's pretty intuitive in terms of what it has, and it also has quite a bit of resources to put out a decent looking production.
Nice. Is that something you control the cameras, or is it just do some type
You
of?
control everything. Yeah, you control everything. That's why I don't know if you. I mean, I don't do this, but I have gone and found out a little more on how people do it, and there are hardwire controllers that people use to switch stuff around.
Nice.
For instance, in the background, besides the OBS, you can have, um, you can have what's it called? The one that shows you slides. What's it called? Shit, why am I blanking on that right now? PowerPoint. You can
Okay.
have PowerPoint or even uh, bring in YouTube videos into your presentation at the same time in a little window.
That's nice. That would be,
Yeah.
yeah, that's really what I need because, that way if I'm doing a video or whatnot, I can actually look at the screen and then
Mhm.
you guys can see exactly what I'm looking at
Yeah.
and I can show you around or whatever or something that's interesting to me. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you know
Wow.
that's one of the software. This is one of the software that the one guy I attend. I told you about his webcast. I mean, his Zoom call we do every Friday, and the back lounge thing. But on Mondays and Wednesdays, he works all the time for Avid, so he has webinars for Avid, and his webinar is based on that piece of software.
Okay. Wow.
He has the main view is looking at him, but then he'll bring in picture in picture of what he's doing. Say that day he's showing you how to use subgroups, and he'll have a camera that's just facing right above his console, and he'll show you exactly what he's doing. Okay, well here we're gonna go over here and press this button and fade it and put it over there, and there it goes into its subgroup.
Right.
And if he's got say a signal flow diagram or something, he'll press his Stream Deck controller, which is just literally a bunch of buttons that you program to do any kind of functions when you're doing this sort of thing, switching and enabling different things that you don't have to necessarily go and start scrolling through pages in your computer and sort of thing. So when you're broadcasting a show like this, it lets you kind of stretch your hand one way, you push a button, and there's your graphics, and there's your intro, or you can play music. You know what I mean? So like when you're starting your show, you can have a bumper music or a bumper video that introduces your show.
Right.
Um,
I love that.
the way that people do it.
Wow.
You know?
That's the
Yeah.
real deal. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because otherwise I'd have to actually go in, film it. Okay. Take the, take the material out, take the files out, put it
Mm-hmm.
in the YouTube, do the
Yep.
editing, add the music, cut, splice, add the effects or whatnot. Just
Mm-hmm.
tons of time, man.
Well, if you wanted say to do say a bumper title video for your show that introduces your show, oh, this is the Audio Master Show, and you have to like some kind of music, some kind of graphic roll. That obviously you would put that together and chop up to appear the way that you want your show to be introduced.
Right.
And then it fades into you saying, "Hey, hello, we go. Today's show, we're gonna be doing this and that." And today's show is brought to you by whatever. If you are sponsored by someone, just like the way that you would see on TV. Um, Obviously, like yourself, I watch a lot of different channels and stuff, and some people are better than others at doing that sort of thing.
Right.
But it's interesting to see like people's different um, techniques because obviously everyone's just kind of battling at this on their own and not really learning as they go.
Right. Right. Yeah. And, yeah, that's a neat thing, man. I just, what do you want to, did you kind of give up coming in and see if you can, if I can hear you, or you want to just continue
Let's
on
try it
with
again.
this? You want to try it again?
Yep,
Okay.
got plenty of whiskey, buddy.
I know. Well, good, man. Good. Ease on back. That's our little saying over here, man. Ease on back.
Ease
Enjoy the
on back
ride.
it is.
Yeah, ease
Easing
on back.
back.
So my brother,
Let's see.
hey,
Mm-hmm.
let me just we can get off the subject a little bit because it's all cool, man. It don't matter. It don't matter. But I was just gonna tell you. So this is what's been going on over here, man. My brother's dog got stolen
Mm-hmm.
the day after
Oh damn.
Thanksgiving. Yeah, yeah. And so we put out on social media, Facebook, threw it out there, man. Had over like nearly 800 shares or whatnot. It's insane.
Hmm.
Everybody trying to help get our dog back. So we got our dog back, man. I mean, what are the odds of that happening?
Did somebody find them or?
Somebody found the dog, but we put the heat out, man. And I don't think they just, I mean, everywhere, I would probably say within a 100-mile radius or maybe even more, dude.
Wow, that's lucky,
Everybody,
man. I lost. Funny enough that you mentioned that. I lost my dog. And I used to live in Savannah too. Did live in Savannah, but I lived in Portland, Oregon for a while. And my old dog, one winter, I went, to visit my family on holiday, and I had an ex stay with my dog, and she unfortunately lost him.
oh, wow.
Mm. Yeah, he didn't have a collar, and he got out one night. She was on the phone, she wasn't paying attention, and never came back.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, I never did find him, but it's one of those things.
Right. Yeah. And that's what they say, man. If your dog turns up missing and in the collar, see the dog just had his shots the day before Thanksgiving. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The dog had a wound on his neck. And so my brother took his collar off. So he didn't have his collar on, dude. He's not
Oh
chipped.
wow.
He's not chipped, but he has a very distinctive look. He's a mixed breed. I'm really not sure what he is, and he
Mm-hmm.
has a very distinctive bark, and he's just a one of a kind dog, right? And so I had plenty of pictures of the dog. I love taking pictures of this dog, and so anyway, we blew it up on Facebook, man. We had everybody
Nice.
involved wanting to find this dog, and the dog came back home yesterday evening. Someone brought it over here, dropped it
That's
off.
great. That's very
I
good.
know, I know, I know. But we were stressed for 6, 7 days. It was 7 days. He was gone
Oh,
7
I can't
days.
imagine.
I know.
Man.
I know. Did you click?
Yeah, I just tried. It's doing the same thing.
Oh
Not
wow.
even like it did before. It's now just it allows me to. It says it requests access to my camera and microphone. I said yes, and then does nothing. I'm gonna try it with that.
See, I'm gonna try. It's got host up here, and I wonder if it's. And when I click on that host, I clicked on it a while ago, and I'm assuming it's wide open. It's ready for you to come in. Uh,
Same thing.
wow. I'll copy it. I'm gonna send that. See, it should. It should. You should be able to click in here, and at least where I could see you.
Now, did you post the link one more time? Because I only see it 3 times.
Oh, dude, I posted it like 1,000 times.
No, see, I only see it 3 times. I wonder. Let me try to.
Okay, it's there in my send box right now. Yeah, I actually posted it one, two, three, four.
Yeah,
It's four, showing four
yeah.
times. Yeah.
On my end, it only shows 3 times.
Wow.
That's strange.
Yeah, I'm really thinking this is programmed because I had someone on here about a month ago,
Mm-hmm.
and we actually did it. We actually did it. I did everything I needed to do on my end. He did it and got on, and I was able to hear him fine. We actually did a video. It's one of the videos that maybe on silver or gold or something. I can't remember what I did it on, but I had him on, man. It worked perfect. And then we tried it again, and then we were having the same problem. He couldn't figure out why it wasn't working. So it could be, it could be within the program itself because,
Yeah, I would say that let's try it again when we, I guess, this week at some point before we have to go live.
well, it's gonna be live.
Right.
It's gonna bring what because I'm linked up to my YouTube, right? So I mean, if I want to, after it's all said and done, I can go to my YouTube channel and delete the whole thing if I wanted to.
Right.
Correct.
Right.
Um, but I'm linked up to my YouTube, so regardless if it's trial and error or whatever, It's gonna go feed it to my YouTube channel. It's gonna feed it live. It's gonna stream it live. So this whole thing is actually live right now. Yeah. You want to talk about some stuff, or you just want
We
to talk?
can ask away.
Okay, great, great.
Oh
So
yeah.
I was gonna ask you. I was gonna ask you, man. What was it like working with Mick Guzowski?
Oh well, that was a long time that we worked together. It's one of those things you never really think that would last a long time because you just don't. But I ended up working for Mick from 2001 until about 2014 or so, on and off. When I met Mick, I was already well into doing live sound in New York City, in the area of New York City, which entails not any one specific thing. Um, like I was telling you earlier, nobody told me that you couldn't do sound for television, or that you couldn't do sound for films, or that you couldn't do X, Y, or Z. And so I took whatever somebody called and they said, "You want to do this?" I said, "I did it."
Nice.
So that took me in a lot of different directions, um, from literally from project to project.
Wow.
With Mick, it was interesting because whenever I wasn't booked in the city, I went to the studio, which was 20 minutes away. It was basically an easy day for me in terms of, or in compared to what my regular day doing live sound was. I would get up, at 11 in the morning, drive to Mount Kisco, about 20 minutes away, and start turning up all the equipment, make sure the cats weren't in the studio, and get the session ready for the day. Um, Again, we work those were the days of analog overlapping with high-end digital equipment. At Mix Studio those days, we had what a lot of people have heard mentioned, called the Sony Oxford console,
Hmm.
which was a Sony product that was produced very briefly, with big money from a division created by Sony solely to service that piece of equipment.
Wow.
Yeah, there used to be a van of people that would come and service the console. They had lab coats and their briefcases with tools specific to the console.
Wow.
It was incredible. I'd never seen anything like that before or since. Actually, no. I mean, I worked at SSL, so I have seen crazy shit like that.
Wow.
So that console was, again, a departure for me. At that point, in live sound, you were starting to see um, digital consoles, but they were very far removed. Most of the larger productions, the big high end stuff that I was accustomed to seeing, and the big event in the city, were still using you know, high end Midas consoles, high end Amic Recall consoles. Um, Jim Gamble consoles is a console designer that never really did anything for studio stuff, but renowned in the live world. The Grateful Dead use his consoles, um, and I got to use some of those consoles. They were amazing, and if I had the chance, I would use one in the studio to record in a heartbeat.
Really?
Oh,
Wow.
absolutely.
Does
Yeah,
Mick still
and
have that console, or
part
does Mick?
no, that console, when it was limited at the point. When it came out, it was great. It was excellent, but it was limited to 48K.
Okay. Wow.
And I think it was 2004, it was one of the last projects. Actually, no, 2003 was the last project that we mixed on the Oxford. When the sample rates went up, everybody was doing 96K or 192.
192. Yeah. Wow.
And so people shied away from that equipment, especially high-end productions. And the literally the last console, the last project that we did, no, actually, the first project that we did after the Oxford, we did on a Yamaha DM 2000, and it was a BB King album.
Wow.
And it sounds really good, but he was very uncomfortable because um, one, it was a console that he wasn't accustomed using, and we had to actually we had tie lines going to the his main control room where he had the Oxford and his main monitoring system, so he can go back and forth and make sure that things were really sounding the way that he was used to, feeling them in his room. To him, it's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of feel, which is one of the things that I learned. One of the many things that you learn.
Wow. Did y'all record the Michael Jackson through the Oxford, the
We
album?
didn't do any Michael Jackson overdubs there, but he did do. We mixed one of the songs on Michael Jackson Thriller 20th anniversary album,
Wow.
and that song is called For All Time.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
and he was there. I had to meet them down the road because they got lost. The decoy had to go somewhere else. They had like a different limo with like the guy that looked alike. It was
It was
pretty surreal.
wow.
Yeah,
Wow, that's a trip, man. So were they did
yeah.
so the I don't guess they made it on time, right? I mean, they got lost or they
It's
didn't.
Michael Jackson. It doesn't matter if he makes it on time or not. It's his time.
Exactly.
It's his time.
Wow.
It's not a thing where you learn with. It's if the artist is, if it's you're working for an artist,
Mhm.
you do what the artist wants.
Right.
Um, Mick had this really nice boat that he bought from a project that he worked for Celine Dion, and he used to keep it on the Hudson River, which was about half hour from his house. And it wasn't unusual for artists to just keep you waiting. They book time. They'll book the whole studio for a week, but it'll be 1 o'clock is the start time, as you know, and we still haven't heard from anybody by 3, 4, 5 o'clock. We get on the car and go get on the boat, and we're on the river barbecuing sausages for at least 2 or 3 days until they finally somebody gets in touch with us. Like, okay, today they're really gonna be there.
That's nice, man. That's nice. So what year did y'all do that Eric Clapton out or work with
Well,
him?
we did a lot of Eric Clapton. When I started with Mick, he had just finished one record called "Riding with the King," and another one that he did for Eric Clapton and BB King. And then he did another one immediately with Eric called Reptile. I
Mhm.
started working with Mick right after that,
Wow.
and with Mick, let's see, I'm looking for here because I got to remember the titles properly. Um, there was Riding with the King and Reptile after that, and then I think we did a number of other stuff. Here's back home. All right, yes, we did one thing here called One More Car, One More Rider, which was kind of like a live record. It didn't really sell really well here, but it was interesting because we had all these um, high-end video machines that Sony sent us, and we had to use so we could use, you know, Mick could use to mix to. It's
Mhm.
a live concert, so you have to mix the audio to the live concert, and looking at the picture obviously helps. So it was the first time that I had seen that done that way. It was
Wow.
really cool, and it sounds incredible.
Wow.
And then after that one, we worked on in 2004 on Me and Mr. Johnson, and that one actually won a Grammy
Wow.
for best engineered non-classical. Um,
Amazing.
yeah, Mick gave me the little medal that you get when you get nominated.
Wow.
So I have that here still hanging out.
Amazing, man.
That's really nice.
That is
He's very gracious that way,
yeah, man.
because it's one of the things too with records. It's credits are it's like the most valuable real estate in the universe. You're lucky if you get on a record on a credit, and this is one of the ones that I sadly didn't get. It was based on a on a contract. Mick started working with that particular producer, which was working with Eric. Actually, I see still does stuff with Eric, this English guy. And basically, in the contract is a clause or little section where it says that the credits should read this. And unfortunately, I started working with Mick after that was settled, so I didn't get on those credits. But a lot of other stuff I did, so
Wow. Wow.
it's nice.
Yeah, that's very nice. Very, very
Hmm.
cool. So,
So that was that record, and after that, he did another one called Back Home. That one's really nice as well. And then another one after that he did with this guy called JJ Kale, which I'm sure you heard of.
hmm
And JJ Kale was awesome. One day, the producer used to come to the studio. The artist didn't really come that often. I met Eric only once. Um, but one day, Simon Klein, the producer, told us like, "Oh, I can show you guys where JJ lives in California." I was like, that's like, and we're like, "Oh, really?" And he pulled up Google Earth and he showed us where JJ Cale lived in the woods, which was just outside of his mansion, in a really nice double wide. So it was very interesting.
wow.
So
That's pretty cool, man. So was so the layout of the studio, you were telling me it was in his house. So how did that look, man? I mean, was it real quaint? I just kind of just see this picture of a real kind of quaint, easy,
well,
laid back
I'll give
thing.
you the picture. It's kind of like it wasn't an ostentatious house by any stretch of the imagination. It's just your standard, mid-high level, decent looking home. Mick is not an ostentatious guy. If you saw him in the street, you'd be like, "Who's that guy?" But you would go into the house, you go down the basement a couple of flights, and the kitchen is maybe 6 by 10. It's a small kitchenette type of area with a fridge, full size fridge. We had a little bathroom to the left. Um, and then if you turn, there would be a small, we called it the machine room, but it really held um, Sony 3348 uh, tape machine.
Wow.
But
Wow.
one of two, because in those days that was the multi-track that he used. He had two of them linked together, and all our masters came in reels of digital 32-track tapes,
Wow. And so
which was this. It was the system that the Sony was based on.
wow. And so did those things need a lot of service all the time?
Not really.
I mean, as far as being, demagnetized, the heads and all that
Nope.
good stuff.
It was digital. There's nothing to demagnetize.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's 32-track digital. Sorry, 48-track digital.
Wow.
Yeah. And
Wow.
we had two of them sessions in those days where at least the stuff that we were doing was generally from 80 to 120 inputs.
Wow, man.
Yeah,
So what was the basic? How many tracks would y'all pretty much deal with on, the average song?
that's what I said. Between 80 and 120
Oh my
inputs.
gosh.
Yeah, people don't hear that stuff. So when I get songs and stuff like that, and it's really doesn't faze me because there is a procedure to dealing with stuff like that too.
Yeah, I
But
would I would think
obviously having a Sony Oxford behind that, it was a dream come true. And a lot of these records, I'll send you a list of records that you can listen to that were mixed on that record on that console.
that's insane that many tracks, man. How do
Hmm.
you decide or decipher which one you're going to use, man? You know what I mean?
Well, obviously he has a mandate, so to speak, and you get the tracks that you're supposed to use. Um, you lay them out. He has a certain way to arrange them on the console, which I basically, and it's not very that uncommon. He actually he's a little bit uncommon in which he likes to have his drum group and his bass group right next to each other on his master section, and that's just something else that I can go into because he likes to he feels the bass and the kick really closely and rides them all the time.
Oh,
But in terms of setting the tracks on the console, is the drums and the basses and probably the keyboards or anything that has any kind of uh, keyboard bass type of input. Then guitars and probably after that, Bee Gees, and then lead vocals towards the center of the console.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And I guess everything was pretty much mapped out the same way on every song too, huh? I mean,
Well,
so
not
channel one
necessarily. It
was,
depends on who you were working with. A
yeah.
lot of stuff, a lot of times, you needed to place stuff in places. Some people were better in terms of arranging their music or laying them out in their either when we're getting stuff on reels or after the reels we were getting CDs with the Pro Tools AIFF files in them, so we would have to import them into a computer and then lay set the Pro Tools file, the session, and fly everything individually because even then you couldn't just copy it. You couldn't drag a file into Pro Tools, so you had to do it through the import menu, and it was a long process. So we had to do all that stuff in an hour.
Oh, wow.
Sometimes, if we weren't working a whole week on the same, a couple of days on the same song was almost too long. Typically, he would spend one day on a song.
Man.
Hmm.
So you would gear it all up and he would just come in and when
Hmm.
you yeah, he would come in and start putting the magic, start moving
Yeah,
faders and
I'll send you pictures of the control room back then. There was really nothing that you couldn't do in there.
wow. That's amazing, man. So
Yeah.
so so typically how long would a song take you guys to mix out or at least, get
He would start around one. He wouldn't really start mixing until about 2 or 3:30 or something like that, depending on the song. Typically, the first hour he spends just kind of going back and forth the playlist and listening, getting an idea of the song, and comparing back and forth to the ref. The ref is important because we had it in a way that he can toggle back and forth, which live mix and ref, or both together at the same time. So you could compare and see the best ideas of what they had with the ref. A lot of times the ref is again important because if the producer wasn't there to tell you or to kind of guide you, it's the best way to, start getting that mix going.
wow.
Yeah, and then we would usually he would take like an hour out after like 4 or 5 o'clock. We'd have a nice lunch, and then he would stay in until about you know 8 or 9, and about around 9:30 he would start doing vocal rides and be done around 10:30.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So was there a certain way he liked to set his chain? I mean, what was first, the EQ, or did he put the EQ behind after the compressor? Some people do that differently. Is there a
It
certain way?
depends. The Oxford was really advanced in which it could let you put that anywhere you want,
Hmm.
even back then. It was
Wow.
incredible. If you've ever used any of the Sony Oxford plugins, and you've seen how amazing they are, imagine having a console based on that.
They didn't make the inflator, did they?
The inflator didn't exist on the console. The inflator was just their compressor was just really good, which just
It-
Sony needed more products, so they just kind of made up other stuff and called it that. They
okay.
also didn't have a reverb. They did have a reverb unit called the SRE 777, which was incredible. We had one of those. That was really nice.
Wow.
Um,
Wow. So there wasn't any. I mean, he would change it up depending on what he thought.
yeah, everything was different. I'll give you, for instance, that Clapton record, for instance, on the drum group stereo DBX 160.
Really?
Yep.
Wow. Well, that one's used a lot though, man, on drums, isn't it? I mean, that's like the go-to compressor, isn't it?
Well, he used. That's the only time I saw him use that. It was for that Clapton project. He didn't use the same technique ever all the time. He never really used the same thing twice.
That was really cool. That's
Hmm.
that's what.
In fact, in the early when I first met him, he was still using this Uri compressor called the LA 22,
Mm-hmm.
which has it's kind of like it's a parametric compressor, um, and which lets you select bands and modify its bandwidth.
Wow, that's an
by
outboard piece of
selecting a
gear?
quick. Yeah, so it doesn't just do the whole signal. You can be like, okay, I want to squash 2K
Right,
by this much.
right.
Boom.
Insane.
And so that was one of his like supposed secret sauce methods thing to do vocals. Because his vocals are famed for being really up close and super clean with a lot of headroom and gorgeous and whatever.
Yeah.
And he uses that sort of thing. And not just that, there's a couple other things that he does do fairly consistently that do sound like that when you use them properly.
Wow. So that Yuri is a multi-band compressor, an outboard piece. Is that what you said?
Yeah, it's called the LA 22. You can find them on Reverb from time to time. I think there's a couple of them right now. It's a really cool, very useful compressor. You can
Wow.
use it as a regular compressor or something that just squashes less,
Right.
or the frequency that you want.
Right. That's what's nice. That
Yeah,
a multi-band compressor. I mean,
yeah, man.
I use it in my setup, all the time
Hmm.
too. And it's, I mean, you can really hear that thing working. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
You
So
just
this is basically a two-channel, and yes, if you choose wideband on one and narrow band on the other, yeah, you could call it a multi-band compressor.
wow, that's amazing, man. I never heard of that
Yeah.
piece. I mean, I've heard of Yuri, but I didn't know they had a where you could multi-band compress the frequency,
Hmm.
whatever
Hmm.
frequency you wanted to.
Yeah, it made sense to me. I mean, he had a couple when I met him, and when he moved to Los Angeles, he one of them didn't work. It's like, hey, you can have it if you can fix it. I was like, of course, and it's working. That's how I ended up with a ton of my reverbs too. He had one. He also in his rack he had three PC Electronic M3000s. Um, he used those a lot of times, mostly for background stuff. Anything that was background, nothing that was foreground. And two of them didn't work when he left for Los Angeles. I helped him move on back on his studio when he left. And he was like, "All right, well, anything that you can fix, you can have."
Wow,
And I keep a box of capacitors at home, and it literally was 12 cents,
to fix it.
and I have two working TC Electronic. One is a 3000, the other one's a Fireworks.
That's insane, man. Would y'all ever use any Eventide stuff or no?
From time to time, he had three. Yeah, I think he had three. What's it called, the harmonizers. He had
Hmm.
a 4000, a five, and two 5000s.
All right.
See,
Didn't
he did. What's that?
I was just gonna? Did they have a 3,000 too, or no?
I don't think they had a 3000,
Okay, so the first one
but
was
I only. Yeah, I didn't really see him use it. That a lot of effects were um, kind of taste of the month. And one of them was unfortunately the harmonizer, or at least the things that people used them. Um, However, the thing that the Eventide got mostly used for was that background vocal detune thing
okay.
that people do.
Right,
I don't know
right,
if you ever heard where uh, the background vocals are detuned by -5 cents and +5 cents.
right. And pan
So
left
it
and
gives,
right on the
yeah,
chin.
you
Yeah.
pan them in hard right, hard right left, or any kind of measure in between,
Mm-hmm.
and it gives you the funky kind of separation, kind of like you're doing unison overdubs. Um, but he does that also with AMX DMX,
Wow.
AMS DMX. Sorry,
So typically, how many? Would y'all do that on the main vocal at all, or no?
depending on the vocal, yeah. But
Mm-hmm.
again, usually on something that didn't require to be any kind of crazy sounds like that, he
Mm-hmm.
would keep he would use the DMX for the 00 patch, which is called ambient, and it's a digital recreation of ambient, like being in a little 5 by 5 room,
Wow.
and it's crazy how it sounds,
Really?
but it works. You hear it, you're like, wow, okay,
Wow. That's
yeah.
cool. That's cool, man. So can you think of anybody that maybe y'all possibly put that on? I mean, you typically want to do that to thicken up the voice, don't
Oh
you?
well, 00 went on everybody. That he stacks effects on vocal. It's not just like one reverb.
Okay.
Um, on any typical vocal, there could be anywhere from 2 to 3 reverbs, and I've seen them do put maybe 1 or 2 delays if it's one of those crazy women ballads.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
and as much as that sounds, when it's blended in properly, you're like, okay,
Right. It's
you know,
there, but it's
it's
subtle.
there, but you have to really pay attention, and obviously, it makes sense that if your monitoring system isn't up to par, you're not really going to hear a lot of that.
Right.
If you're hearing them on iPhones or stuff like that, a lot of that detail just gets lost.
Right. And you know what? That's the sad thing I think about today is, you might record at 192 or whatnot and think of where it ends up. MP3, listening to your through your iPhone.
Yeah, but it's not just that. I think also the people's habits have changed to where they don't sit at home and have a pair of speakers and listen.
Right.
They don't just sit around. People now, music is just another noise,
I know.
unfortunately, for a lot of people.
I know, man. Today
Yeah.
I was the song Black Dog came on.
Hmm.
Okay, and you're familiar with that song, correct?
Absolutely, Led
Oh,
Zeppelin. Yeah.
yeah. So it came on today, man, and I cranked it up. I'd probably say, I left a little bit of headroom. I wasn't just killing the amp. I don't have an amplifier, external amplifier, but I
Hmm.
wasn't killing the amplifier and the radio, and it was loud enough to where it was making the speakers move. And I was just listening to that mix, man. It's insanely great. The drums are
Hmm.
huge, man.
Yeah. And you know the story how all those drums were mixed in a place in a home. It was like a mansion that someone had access to, or somebody owned or something, and so they just went and set up there and brought the. In those days, the Rolling Stones had bought a mobile truck that used to belong to the record plant and had it shipped to England. So they used that to record. Yeah, Led Zeppelin rented it out. They just rolled it up next to it and recorded. They
Wow.
set the drums by the stairwell there at the mansion, and that's that sound that you hear.
Wow. And
It
doesn't it
came down to it came down to 3 or 4 or 5 mics, not many more.
and doesn't it sound beautiful, man?
Hmm.
It just sounds really, I'm telling you, man, I really paid attention to everything. Used to I just listen to music and the song was a song, but when you do what you do, you start listening to the details,
Hmm. Absolutely.
and that's what's really, really
No,
nice.
and that's also where our job comes in. We're kind of preserving history, regardless of who it is. Whether it's Led Zeppelin or Jimmy Buffett.
Right.
You know,
Right. Yeah,
it's
so
all part of who we are as a people.
I
I
know,
think
man.
it's important.
So let me ask you, man, I know you've done a lot of different things, but what do you really enjoy doing the most? You like doing live sound or you like being in the studio, man?
They're both equally challenging, and for at least for me, very fulfilling. Um, at least at where I am now, it's very satisfying because I get to see performances by very interesting and amazing artists. There's nothing like witnessing stuff like that,
Yeah.
whether it's when it's getting recorded or when it's being live. Although when it's live, obviously it's been around a little bit longer, so it's a little different, but it's still, at least from my perspective, equally satisfying.
So you did David Gilmour?
No, David Gilmour I went to. That was funny. Um, the
He-
the monitor engineer for David Gilmour uses a solid console, and I was on a Facebook chat on one of the engineering groups, and someone was asking what console David Gilmour had on tour, and I said, the SSL. And somebody chimed in saying that I was wrong and that's not the console they had on stage. And I was like, well, okay, that's not the console they have. I should know. I'm the SSL guy. I know what my clients use.
wow.
And so about half hour later, I got a private message, and it was this guy, and he ends up being the stage manager for David Gilmour. And he goes, "Oh man, I'm so sorry. I checked with my monitor guy. And yeah, you're right. He has an SSL console. Let me know. We're gonna be in New York really soon. I'll put you in the list, and we'll meet." I was like, "Okay, well, yeah, absolutely. Who wouldn't want to go to David Gilmour?"
Exactly. That got
So
that.
this guy Simon ends up being this English guy who lives in Switzerland, and we have actually a couple of friends in common. But we met in New York, and first he asked me to come in and see the show at Radio City. I was like, "Cool, no problem. I'll go to Radio City, watch the show any minute." And then I think the night before, he's like, "Oh, they put a stop on it. They're not letting us put anybody on the guest list. Can I put you down for the next day at Madison Square Garden?" I was like, "Oh no, not Madison Square Garden, of course, yeah." So he
Wow.
gave he gave me myself plus one, and it was seventh row center.
Wow.
Yeah, that's why
Insane.
those pictures. Yeah, I'll send you some pictures. You'll see. Yeah, and they're in my Facebook.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
I was right there, and it sounded incredible. It was one of the best. I mean, me not being involved in a show that I've had ever.
Wow.
And I don't get to go. It's funny enough. People ask me if I go to a lot of shows when I'm not working, and I don't. I
Hmm.
really don't.
Hmm. So,
Um,
so did you? David Gilmore, man, talk about tone. We were talking
hmm
about tone earlier on the phone. Tone, and we all play the same scales, but his choice of licks, man,
it's all about what you put out.
insane.
hmm which is one of the things I haven't heard more than once. It's people saying it's really not what you play, but what you choose not to play.
Yeah. And everything he throws in, when he throws it in, his phrasing
hmm
is insane on guitar, man. He is really, really awesome. I seen him in Houston. God, man, it was like I don't know, it was like a light show. It was called like some kind of light show thing. But I seen him in
hmm
Houston, man, years ago. Just a kid, man, but amazing, amazing. David
Yeah, no,
Gilmore, he is,
incredible, incredible show.
yes. I mean, it was one of those shows. You just sit there and just in awe.
hmm And see, other than that, I've been invited to show. Other engineers invite me to show when they're in town. I've gone to see Michael McDonald. Let's say a bunch of times. I am good friends with the guy. Um, a number of folks in town. There's always people playing in town, as you can imagine,
Yeah,
or used to be.
right. So now it's kind of just nothing right now, right? I mean, it's
Well,
not.
now it's just waiting. Yeah, before the pandemic, I was doing a little bit of everything as usual. I was doing corporate, which is very seasonal. But then I started doing monitors for the FabFo I mentioned earlier. FabFo is a band of these all-star guys from New York City, namely Will Lee, who's the tall guy that used to play bass on the David Letterman show.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So he's the bass player with all these guys. Jimmy Vivino, who plays guitar on. So all these guys have this band, and all they do is play piano,
Wow.
and it's incredible.
Wow.
And I'm doing monitors on top of doing on and off corporate shows.
Wow.
Um,
So how long does
yeah.
it take? By the time y'all get to somewhere and the crew jumps out and
Yep.
everybody starts moving stuff, pulling things out of the truck and whatnot,
hmm
how long does it typically take to set up and get a good
Well,
sound check?
every band, every band that I've ever worked with had their own different setup. Obviously, some were smaller, some were larger. Um, with these guys, if FFO, for instance, before our for the 2020-2021 season would have been we roll up around 10 in the morning. We are set up by noon, have lunch. Then by an hour later, we basically have an hour rest. And then we would have an hour sound check with the drummer who had a specific sound check method. and then we would sound check with the whole band, and then we would have break for dinner, and after that it's showtime, and after that we load out.
Wow. Wow.
Show usually starts 8:30. Doors around 7:30.
And then breakdown. I guess y'all just wait till the next day, right? Or would y'all do it that night?
Yeah, well, with these guys, unless let's see, I started with them on New and for New Year's, and I did two shows with them at the same place. But that they don't do that often, where they're more than one day at a time in one place. Um, yeah, generally tearing down takes actually a lot less than putting it up.
Yeah,
it
yeah.
it does depend also on the amount of people that we're given to work with, crew
Right.
wise.
Right.
But there is a procedure, and even if it was just us breaking down, just myself and another engineer and three techs, three guitar techs and drum tech,
Yeah.
and they all have their own duties. They all have their own cases that they're all um, responsible for. My duties as a monitor guy was basically the in-ear monitor racks, and which also had the wireless, um, basically the wireless receivers for everyone that had
Right.
wireless on their instrument,
Right.
and that's basically it.
And everybody's running on a different frequency, or
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Everyone
yeah.
has their own thing. We have to do. I had to do the coordination everywhere we went. Yeah, it was definitely not a chill day.
No, because I mean you're pressured for time, man.
Well, not pressured. Um, there's always the anticipation of getting your work done, and what could possibly go awry. For
Right.
instance, in this particular leg, before I hit the last day of the tour, we were in Melbourne, and in Melbourne, the Performance Arts Center there didn't have one of the more current consoles to mix on. So we had to scramble to find a way to translate my usual console file, which is extremely intricate, so that it would work on this older piece of equipment. So it took a minute, but
Wow.
we got it done.
Wow.
And that day we have an extremely hostile crew, people that just didn't seem to want to be there, and they were all kind of battling each other and yelling at each other. We were kind of caught in the middle of it, so it can be challenging.
Yeah. Wow, man.
But at the end of the day, the show works, and you just have to look the other way, have a good time.
Yeah. Wow. It's awesome, man. That's really awesome. I tell you what, I love the show tonight. I wish we could have figured this out and had you on here.
Oh,
Got you,
we're gonna make it happen. Don't worry.
you know. I just can't. I don't know why it kind of went south on us like that. Uh, and I'm curious to know if I need to try to uh, just go on YouTube and try it there, man, and bypass Be Live.
Right that way, and you say, I don't know what your setup is based on, a laptop or a phone, or um, test it where you can go and see your channel from another device that is not logged into your account. You know, so you can monitor as you're testing what you're trying to do,
Right.
or when we test it. Again, I'm completely open to testing. I'm not really going anywhere this whole week, so totally do it.
Okay. You want to try tomorrow night, man?
Absolutely.
I It has to, like I say, man. It has to be on. It has. I'm thinking. I could be wrong, man, but I just can't imagine me overseeing something right here. It's not a whole bunch of controls in front of me, man. It's not like I got. It's not like I've got a whole bunch to look at here.
I'm gonna try one more way here from my laptop. See if it works from my laptop. Okay, I see your broadcast saying still live. here. Hmm. Okay, I can hear your audio. See
Mhm.
here, it also only shows me three three links that you posted, and I
Okay.
see the and I see Bull Tide saying cool. All right,
Right.
I'm gonna try this Be Live thing on the laptop and see if it works on this end. Continue with Google.
On my end, I did it 5 times, dude.
No, I saw it. No,
Yeah.
I know. But it then okay, now it's gonna let me connect my camera. Yes, and microphone. Let it run. Error. But the window says that it's live.
That's insane. Okay, hang on. Stay right there. Don't move.
Okay.
Okay, it was my end to show you in the stream, so I clicked there. So now,
Oh, now it says I'm live.
okay, let's see if I can hear you, man.
Can you? Hold on. You know what I don't have is the audio on this mic is going through my interface. So I have to activate it again, unmute it, and just feed
Oh
it
yeah, 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 yeah. What interface are you using, man?
the
But it,
RME.
yeah, yeah. Well, that shouldn't matter because, like I say, my little girl texted in and said she heard you fine.
No, but this is now I'm trying from my laptop, which is connected to my interface.
Okay.
Before I was doing it through my phone.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh, that's the problem.
that I was doing it through my phone.
Yes, sir. That was the problem from my end because it
Hmm.
seemed like okay. So I told you that I tried it before, correct? We did it. Tried it again, we couldn't do it. And then
Mhm.
one of the little chicks that pop up for help here
Mhm.
to make she said to make sure that they're not doing it from their phone because you needed something
Mhm.
uh I forget what she said and I don't have the conversation in front of me. But now that you're on the computer, let's see if we can get it going, man. I'm thinking it might have been your phone on my end,
Okay, now it says I'm muted. Now it says that I'm not.
correct? But I don't see your picture anymore.
You saw it before?
I did. I thought I did.
Just now from my laptop?
We'll try it again.
I see where I can mute myself, but I don't see anything kind of in control of image.
Okay, now
Your,
I solo off.
now it says my mic is muted.
Yeah, I see that.
Now,
I see that you just did that.
hmm,
Uh,
interesting.
I know,
Try to
man.
reload this image.
Okay.
Connect the camera again, please.
Okay, when I see you,
Allow, allow
show and stream, countdown,
one. Can I see
0.
the countdown?
Mm-hmm.
It says that I'm live, but no image.
No image. Mm-hmm.
I
Okay, you know
wonder.
what? You know what? Wow. No image. At least before we had an image.
Well, I couldn't. You could see me before.
No, I mean earlier tonight.
Well, that was when I was at my phone.
Correct.
But now, again, I'm trying my laptop. I just disconnected the external webcam I had on it, making sure that it wasn't conflicting with the built-in cam. But now I'm getting the same thing. It says I'm connected. It also tells me that I have an error,
Oh wow.
and I'm not muted.
Oh wow. Huh. Let's see here. Okay, let me try it again. Show and stream. See, can you see the
I,
countdown?
I see the countdown. It says now I'm live,
Right,
but I see no images.
then it goes to no image. What the heck? I mean, really, what the heck, man? I mean, honestly, So whenever I hit go live, or whenever I
Hmm.
say, whenever it says show and stream, and I hit that button show and stream, and it does the
Hmm.
countdown, there shouldn't be any problem at all from there on.
Yeah,
I
particularly since I mean, you told me you already had used something like this with someone before,
I did.
and it worked fine.
Oh, one
And
time, one
and
time.
that person was on their laptop or computer. Or,
Computer.
oh,
Mm-hmm.
hmm. Well, maybe I'll just try it without connecting anything to the laptop.
Okay. You want to try to reboot it? I'm gonna. I'm gonna.
No, what I'll have to do is just kill this image here, kill the phantom power, and then hide everything else.
What mic are you using that needs phantom power? I mean,
Oh, I have a shotgun mic.
I got you.
It's an
Rode.
old.
Oh.
No, it's a AKG 451 with a CK8 shotgun capsule.
Oh wow. You know,
Yeah, a few years ago, I kind of started, you know, collecting older mics that weren't necessarily too expensive,
mm-hmm.
like the pencil mics and stuff like that. Not necessarily Neumann, but I knew that some older AKG mics were really good quality, like the 451s.
You,
Um, Before, I'm sure you've worked with those before. You see the ones that have all the little filters and the pads. Before those came out, they had nothing. It was just a preamp, and you had the capsules that you screwed on.
yeah.
They had a number of different capsules for them, and those really do sound great. Um, I, I can swear by those mics. And when I started researching those and looking for them, I came across other mics that were also really nice and not particularly too pricey back then. Uh, and now, for some reason, all those have probably tripled in price.
Wow.
Yeah.
Have you ever used any EVs? Shotgun mics?
No, not know any EVs, but I have seen some of their vintage ones that they have. They used to make a vintage shotgun mic that looked pretty interesting.
Dude, I'm okay. The next video I do, I got two of them, and
Nice.
yeah, and they sound great.
I do have a copy of. Well, I don't know who made it first. It's Electro Voice made one called the 666 or the 655. No, sorry, the
S-
654 or 665 664.
652 maybe.
Yeah, that same type of style. They were very 60s, very late 50s.
Yeah,
They were metal. You could probably build a house with these things.
you can. They're heavy as a brick, man.
Right. I have an RCA version of that.
Really?
Yeah, and that one does sound really good too. I got it actually one day. I worked at at a synagogue, and they were like, "Hey, we have all this old gear. You are welcome to look through it.
Oh
If you want
my
to keep
gosh.
anything, let me know."
Oh my gosh.
And yeah, and I ended up with that. I ended up with two old 421s.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, it was great.
You never know what's in a box
That's
in the
right.
attic, man.
Hmm.
It could be somebody's grandfather that left it behind. And it's up in the attic somewhere.
Yep.
I know. Well, so I got these two pieces off of eBay. Got a really good price on them. I didn't even know if they were going to work. Oh, you went away.
Oh, I
And
was trying to see if that would make the audio go away. So I'm getting the rebound audio from this mic.
huh.
Oh no, it's not this mic. It's the laptop mic.
Okay, well try that one. Just try it in the laptop. See what happens. See if I can hear you from there, man.
All right, hold on. I got rid of all the software for the interface. Now just let me make the audio for the laptop. Just the built-in stuff. Built in, built in. Cool. Then reload the page. Connect camera. Allow.
Okay, I
If you
see
can
you.
see me now.
No, I don't see your picture. Hang on, let me I'm gonna hit you. I'm gonna hit this button. It says show and stream. Do you see that by the way? There's an
Well,
orange button down there, an icon. It says show and stream. Do you see that? Or am I the only one
no,
that
I
can
do
see?
not. I do
Okay.
not. No, I
Okay.
don't see that on my end.
So
I
when
have a blue. I see a blue screen
okay.
main, and then beneath it is a smaller. Like I said, it would be my screen. Hold on, I actually do
Correct.
see a little settings thing. FaceTime HD camera. Okay, yeah. I mean, it shows me it's showing built-in microphone and everything. Cool.
Oh, you
Yeah,
know what?
remote
Okay,
sense.
hang on a second, dude. Hang on.
Mhm.
Oh, when I click on this one, it says get standard to use audio feature upgrade. What?
Mhm.
No, man. I'm wondering if they want me to pay something to use this program now.
It sounds it because I can hear the audio going through the software right now. Last we're live.
Okay, now when I push this little orange button, this little icon button says it says show in stream. Okay, and then it does a three, two, one, bam. Okay, do you see the countdown?
Now I don't. Before I did.
Okay, here I'm fixing to push it, and then let me know.
Yeah,
See,
I see the countdown.
okay, so
And it says where it says that I'm live.
it just shows a blue screen over here.
Same here. I only see a blue screen with a partition in the middle. I imagine we would be in one on each side
Right.
if this worked.
If this works, yeah, you'd be on the one side, correct, and I would be on the other, and we just sit here and just have a good time, man.
You know,
What?
if I remember correctly, I think OBS had some kind of way to get into YouTube. I'm gonna look at that
Okay.
closely again later.
So you know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and push this standard feature, and I'm gonna push upgrade and see what happens. Okay,
Okay.
let's see what happens when I hit that.
Cool.
Oh, Cyber Week sale, 50% off.
Of course, it's a sale. They're going out of business.
Exactly, exactly, man. Okay, so let me get out of that, and now I can see my picture again, but I can't see you.
Well, my camera has the little light, so it knows that it's looking at me.
That's insane, man. I just don't get it. Hang on, let me just look for something else here. Try video editor. No, I don't need to edit anything now. Uh, audio master. Let me click on that. See what happens when I click on that. Does it can't? Okay, that just takes me to my channel, my broadcast. Okay, edit destination. Just click on that. Why not? No, it ain't in there. It's showing YouTube public. And then guest, of course I did that. Okay, that's my camera. Okay, I know that's good. Guest, click on that, and there's that little link that I'm gonna copy and paste in that little box, which is already there.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just kind of running through all the
Emotions there.
yeah, anything I can do. Okay, so there's that again, and then we have underneath there we have what is that? The screen. Okay. Oh, it gives me an option here. Application window, Chrome tab, share your screen. Okay. Content of your screen. Yeah, I'm sure we're doing that. You can see me, correct?
Mm-hmm. Oh no, I can't see you right now.
You can't see me.
No, not on the laptop.
Can you see me now?
Nope.
Huh. You
It
saw
says
me
live host joined.
you saw me earlier, right?
Not on the laptop.
Oh, I got you.
I can see you muted. Oh no, I was muted.
Yeah,
As I click, I can see your network quality screen. Oh, I see you did something different now. A different box appeared on my blue screen.
oh really? Okay, what about now? What happened?
It went bigger, and now it got the size of the blue screen.
Okay, that's right above where you and I should be. Let's see.
Would appear.
Yeah.
I see the window. It's just smaller than the blue window, and it's two squares basically next to each other.
Okay. So you should be there. There shouldn't be any hassle about me having to upgrade. And then right next to that, there's a button that says I need to, if I wanted to upgrade. But I didn't have to do this the other day. I'm telling you, man. We actually did one. Let's see here. Where is, out of curiosity, out of curiosity, it seemed like the last time I was on here, man, there was a little help button, and you
Mm-hmm.
clicked on that, and you actually got them in real time if you're having any problem to answer any questions. And some little girl would pop in there and I guess help you out, but I don't even
Ask
see
you.
that.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm public. I'm public there. I see all Bulltide's can. Okay, let's see what Bulltide has to say. Can you see his post?
I don't see any posts, at least on the window that I'm on right now.
Okay, he writes in and says, "Hey, you guys,
Yeah, I
cool."
don't see anything. But I wonder if it has to do with me having this error occurred message on my window.
Okay, he says he clicks the link up above, and you have to accept him. I have to accept you.
Uh huh.
Well, didn't I do that?
I imagine if I'm already in the stream, it says.
And then he says his video will appear below the broadcast. Correct. I seen you earlier below the broadcast when you were on your phone.
Mm-hmm.
And then he says you have to allow him in. And I did. I did that. And then he said, boom, he is in. This was earlier.
Right.
He can click to the top right icon, its settings, and it will allow him to pick his laptop camera as an option. Did you see that?
Yeah, I have that. It has the little settings. It allows me to pick up the camera and the resolution and the mic input.
Okay. And then he says his camera isn't connected on his laptop. He needs to go to his settings under his laptop and make sure his face camera is connected, not disabled.
It is. I can see the little green light on it.
Okay. This just makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I was seeing you earlier, fine, Dennis. Perfect.
Mm.
The clarity, everything looked good.
No, I saw you too. That's again. That's what when I was doing it on my phone. Um, try. If it works on the iPad.
See, I just muted you there. Okay, you want me to click you out and just, and then you click on that join again, that link, or you
Well,
want me?
I didn't get a join link. At least not on this Believe TV thing.
Okay, Mr. Landscape says green light means active, and you see a green light, correct?
The only green light on my window is the green little like status network. It says it's a network quality bar. Like when the phone has signal,
Right.
your cell phone, it looks like that, but it's green. That's the only green I think I see here.
And then he says, only thing, try repasting a new link in. That link may be old. Well, yeah, I've pasted the link in there 100 times. I mean,
Okay.
you know what I mean. Okay, let's.
Yeah. But again, when I saw your channel, I could only see you once.
Oh, right. I know that's the
I mean,
strange.
I saw you the 3 times.
That's what's insane is that's I mean I did it way more than 3 times.
Yeah, on my chat thing, it only says 3 times.
Okay, you see the new
Oh,
link I put in the box?
wait. I just put in. Nope, I didn't. I see Mr. Landscape. One thing. I don't see anything more from you after that.
Okay, here we go. Bam. It should be in there again
Oh,
somewhere.
I see it now. Okay. Come on, be live. Allow everything.
Okay, it says you're ready to join my broadcast. Show and stream. Countdown, baby.
I see the countdown. It says I'm live. I see no images.
That's just crazy. Hmm.
Hold on.
Why? Why oh why, man? It can't be that difficult.
I'm gonna try it.
Oh wow, you know what? You know what's weird is I hear it lagging.
What you're hearing is me actually pulling up this your stream on my iPad.
Okay.
So I'm gonna try to log in from my iPad.
Okay, you want me to repaste again or no?
Yeah. Yeah. Let's try
Let's
that.
try
So
it.
I can just log out of this picture.
Okay.
This also on there.
Hang in there, man.
Cool. All right. So I'm out of there. Logging in with Google.
Okay, you should see me again. Did it shoot it in there again?
Hold on. It's bringing up the link where it asks me to enable my camera. See if it lets me do that.
Okay. Yeah, it should be
No, see, it just kind of it shows a big orange button and then it says enable camera. I push it, it just kind of bounces. It doesn't do anything.
okay, well.
The last time I tried on my phone, downloaded enable the camera, and there's a button that says let's go, and now that's not happening.
Okay.
Cameras enabled. I would not enable it. Let's see if I have any kind of permission on my preferences.
See, I don't see what else there
No,
is.
no, it hasn't joined yet. Hold on a second. YouTube, okay, microphone.
Oh, wow.
I just restarted YouTube again. All right, going back on your feed.
Okay. Do you want me to copy and paste again or no? I mean,
Yes, please. I'm trying to see how I can get all your messages. I can see all your links.
okay.
I see the first three, and I see the recent ones. One at 8:11.
Wow. Okay, well, here goes another one.
Okay,
Bam.
we're gonna get this. See, and I hear myself going through the feed on YouTube.
Okay.
Okay, back on the app Believe TV.
See, I don't know what's
This
going
just
on.
this just doesn't like using these mobile devices.
Right.
Well, it's good that we're not broadcasting to millions.
Isn't that the truth?
But our star guest
Exactly.
listener is getting uh,
but here's the
best
gig.
experience possible.
I know. So let me tell you. So this is what makes it really funny. Earlier, when you were on your phone, okay, when you were on your phone, I could see you,
Yeah, I remember.
okay, and I could see
Before,
me. I could see me.
yeah, before it got all choppy. Remember?
Right, right, because it did the little da thing first. Okay.
Exactly. So you heard that too, or no?
No, I didn't hear. I was just.
Okay.
I've heard that before though, so
Okay.
I know what you're talking about. So it did that, and then I saw you, Okay. And then, like I say, my little girl texts me, and I got a
Uh huh.
message from her, and she says, "Pff, I hear both of you fine. What's the problem?" Pretty much. Well, the problem
Well,
was I couldn't hear you.
exactly. You couldn't hear me,
I couldn't hear
but
you.
I'm hearing your feed right now from the last couple of seconds, and it sounds great actually.
Wow. Well,
But you can't see me.
I, I can't see you. I cannot
That's
see.
funny.
I cannot see. I can't see you now.
Well,
Uh,
right now we're just on my phone.
exactly. Exactly.
I'm gonna read up on this OBS software tonight. You should maybe look at it too, because I know that it integrates with YouTube, and
Okay.
again, it lets you do more than just what, for instance, this YouTube Live lets you do.
Okay.
Um, I think you can build up as you need it. I mean, you can use it as simply as you want or as complicated as you need. But it's one of the best free softwares that are out there, and they're always, updating it.
So let's do this, man. After you
Hmm.
eat lunch tomorrow, or whenever you have some free time,
Yeah, let's spend the afternoon making it happen.
well, let's just get on the phone, you
Yep.
know, and we'll pull it up on both ends,
Hmm.
and we'll see if we can't get something to happen.
I
Um,
know we will.
I'd really like to, man. I'd really like to get it up looking good where, people could join in and enjoy this. Seem like I think it's
Well, even this was a lot of fun. I thought,
oh yeah, tons of fun, man. Good good laughs,
and
good
I know we had one listener, so they had a good show.
yeah, you know it. You know it, man. And got to hear
Thank
some
you, listener, for bearing with us.
yes, exactly, man. So it's really cool. I'm not gonna delete this. I'm not gonna delete this. If somebody wants to watch it, they can watch it. This
No,
is
it's a good one.
it's all part of it, man.
Yeah.
You gotta go through the struggle to get to the good
Hmm.
stuff.
Exactly. Working through the pandemic.
Yeah,
The needs of the pandemic, but we'll
right.
get it. We'll get it for next show.
Right. Hey, so I really do think it's this program though, man. I really do. This is
We'll
like
crack it. We'll crack it. Don't worry.
okay, man. So what time's a good time to give you a shout tomorrow, man?
After you have lunch, just give me a ring and then we'll settle up.
Okay.
We'll get it going.
Well,
I'll be here.
thank you so much for trying tonight with me, man.
We'll get it going. It's not a problem.
Okay, man.
My
Okay.
pleasure.
Well, thank you so much, Dennis, and
All right, Randy.
I'll give you a buzz tomorrow, and you have a good evening. Okay, man.
You too, man.
Okay,
Have a
bud.
good dinner.
Okay. Bye bye.
Good night, listener.
All
Thank
right.
you for coming.
Yeah, man.
Night, man.
Good night. So that was Dennis, and we sure gave it a bet. We gave it our best shot tonight, guys. And so we appreciate it, and we're gonna try to figure this out tomorrow. And we're actually probably end up going through a different program so that we can make this happen, man. Um, but if you haven't hit that subscribe button, please do. Please ring that bell, and we will see you tomorrow. Okay.